opportunity that we can't pass on.
A tēnā koutou katoa, nau mai haere mai te whānau, nau mai haere mai ki Palmerston North, mō te whakataitai whutuparo, mō te Aotearoa First 15 Nationals, te kemu I tēnei rā, kei Rotorua Boys versus Southland Boys. Ko Regan Williams tōku ingoa, he uri o Naiterangi, ko no matapi ia hau. Kia ora whānau, welcome to Palmerston North, to the First 15 Secondary School Nationals. Rotorua Boys versus Southland Boys, final game of today. It's been a great day of rugby right across the fields. We've had Westlake just finished playing fielding. We've had the girls' games, and it's going to be a really, really good big Sunday coming up. Rotorua Boys have come from a big early semi-final against, Rotorua Boys had a big semi-final, and so have the Southland Boys, so I'm really looking forward to this game. Here we are in Palmerston North at the Central Trust Energy Arena. Our previous matches, Southland Boys 32, Christchurch Boys 29, Rotorua Boys 17, Wesley 6, Fielding Girls 52, Fielding 52, Hastings 26, Westlake 29, and King's College 24. Today's matches, earlier on we saw Manukura versus Howard College Girls. Manukura came out on top 37-22, and then we've had Hamilton Girls play Christchurch Girls, and they came out 17 points to 15. As I said earlier, the fielding game has just finished against Westlake, and we're just waiting on the score there. And then the big one, Rotorua Boys versus Southland Boys coming up. You'll see whānau in the background that the weather and the wind has been very strong, and the teams that have been utilising the wind have been the teams coming out on top. Rotorua Boys, number 1, Jasper Dobson. 2, Bronson van der Hayden. 3, Cody Renata. 4, Luke Wasp. 5, Hunter Weaver. 6, Solomone Mailulu. 7, Jake Hutchings. 8, Te Ariki Rogers. 9, Pep Chisholm. 10, Tukotahi Richards Tefo. 11, Luke Rakuraku Richards. 12, Hieke Makavi. 13, Tawaru Waititi. 14, Isileli Tutawhaiva. 15, Tokowaitua Owen. 16, and the Southland Boys, number 1, Presley McHugh. 2, Simpson Stevenson. 3, Corbin Kira. 4, Jack McKay. 5, Mason Coulthard. 6, Elliot Wilson. 7, Josh Cairns. 8, Lucas Alessa. 9, Cohen Rarere. 10, Jimmy Taylor. 11, Ezekiel Hammond Ciolo. 12, Finn Hurley. 13, Caleb Harvey. 14, Charlie Byrne. And 15, Jack Brock. Here we go, teams are starting to come out now. There we have the Southland Boys in the blue colours and the Rotorua boys in the blue and red. Just watching them warm up earlier, and both teams look really switched on and they're looking forward to this game. A couple of players to look out for. Number 8 from Rotorua boys, Te Ariki Rogers. Number 12, Hieke Magavi. And from the Southland boys, the number 8, Lucas Alessa, and 7, Josh Keens. Just want to welcome Ethan Smith onto the commentating team today. Kia ora, Ethan.
Tēnā koutou katoa. E hoa miharo te tāinga mai ki roto o te papaioia ki te ienei kēmu papai rau atu. E hoa tēnā tata te kēmu. Kei tērā tūwhira, kei wainga nui a Ururoto me ngā taitama tāne o fielding. Tēnā tata rau atu te kēmu rā. Engari, i tēnei wei ka mātakitaki anga haka. Watu o Raukura. Engari nāne, ka whai whakaro atu ki a Southland. Me whakarite ana rātou, e kao. Nō reira, ai, miharo te kite I ēnei. E rā tama o Raukura, e haka ana, e wero ana, ki te tima o te Waipounamu.
Awesome haka there by Rotorua boys. Doesn't look like the Southland boys are going to be returning with haka. Really looking forward to this game. Ethan, thoughts?
Oh, absolutely looking forward to it. It's going to be a massive one. The boys have travelled a long way from the deep south to be able to come up here and partake in this occasion. And obviously it's not a cheap experience to be able to bring a whole team all the way from Southland. So when you do have to travel further, does it mean more money's put into it? I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's a good call, I think, Ethan. You know, it does cost a lot of money to come up from Southland. But I just see down here we've got 2 busloads of Raukura boys that have come up from Rotorua, so I'm sure that would have cost quite a bit too.
And ka timata te kemu, o he whananui tērā ki te timata I tēnei kemu. Engari, roa rawa tērā, nā reira ka hoki anō ki te timatanga. Ka kite tērā I tērā wā te kaha o te pupuhi o te hau e hoa.
Looks like the that wind that we talked about earlier on has got behind that kickoff from the Rotorua boys, and means that we come back for a scrum at halfway, Southland ball. So like I said earlier, the wind is going to play a big factor in this game, and utilising that wind wisely would be the best thing for both these teams to do. First scrum of the game. Big scrum coming in from the Rotorua boys. Good carry there by Caleb Harvey. Salesa, he takes it forward.
Ko ai tērā, ko te nama tahi, ko Presley McHugh tērā.
Just looking to go out the back. Southland boys, not much room out on their far side though.
But they're looking like I was about to say, a slick outfit all the way until that ball happened.
Commentator's curse.
I didn't even think it. I didn't even say it, I just thought it. And then it happened. But they're going to play on, and ka taka te poro, ka taka whakamua te poro. Ia tu te kai kapene. Te Ariki Rogers ki tōna tima. Kia tau te Māori, kei roto i a koutou.
Yeah, looks like the ball might have went forward off a player and into one of the other players, hence the reason that there's a penalty for Rotorua. And they go straight down into the corner, using that wind behind them.
E tino rongo i te kaha o ngā kai tautoko no Rotorua. Roa te wā e tatarene ki tēnei āhuatanga.
I tautoko that. You can hear the drums, whānau, going off. They've all come down to Palmy from Rotorua. Hot on attack. McGarvey takes it forward straight through. Excellent try there by Hieke McGarvey. We did say earlier, got to watch out for this guy. Sure enough, first touch of the ball, he goes over the line.
And we saw it there with a beautiful receiving of the ball by Te Ariki Rogers in the Rārangi Paiwaho, and then feeding the ball back to his halfback and getting the ball out quickly to that danger man that you spoke about, Hieke McGarvey, and his whānau will be very proud of his efforts. Tēnei rangi e hoa.
Takes the score out to 5-0. Kick to come from Tūkotahi, Richard Steffo.
Ko te pātai nui, with a start like that, what do Southland need to change to be able to compete and stay up to the play with Rotorua boys? Because they've come out with a massive amount of intensity, haven't they?
Yeah, I think they just need to do the basic things right earlier on in this game. You know, nothing too silly, nothing too extravagant. Like we said, the wind's quite heavy. Stay in close, short passes.
And there we have a demonstration of the wind. That ball went up, it was travelling, and then straight down. But that doesn't matter to Rotorua boys, because they're going to go from anywhere by the sounds of it. They've got the crowd under their wings, lifting them up. So every carry of the ball, they're carrying all those supporters with them.
Knock-on advantage here for the Southland boys. They just want to just settle into the game now. They've got the ball. Once you've got the ball, you're in charge.
Nui ngā rutu a tērā tama no Raukura. Ko ai tēnā.
We'll have to have a look at his number.
And one of the things as young players will notice is when you've got so much support and you he nui ngā ihi me ngā wehi kei roto i a koe, sometimes pulling in those easy passes, it cannot be so easy e hoa.
Aira. He'll be listening to the crowd and making sure that they're trying to do the right things, but at the same time it can put you off.
Kia ora. And so I would imagine Southland, knowing the state of the wind, and we've been speaking about it all day with all the teams because it is such a massive factor in the game. I wouldn't say they'll be wanting to kick this ball, but massive scrum there from Rotorua with the turn over the tight head.
Rotorua, the ball's out there. Halfback picks it up. Pep Chisholm. Rogers.
Ran into into a bit of a brick wall, did that Rotorua player there.
Yeah, my Lulu, he loves the brick walls though. He's a big man and he's into it. Here they go, looking to spread the ball. McGarvey creates the gap. Watch out for this man as well.
Toko ai tu Owen, that is, engari. Ka mau tonu I te poro a tērā tama. Mohi ana tērā nama iwa. Kari e rata ana ia ki te whana I te poro ki te taha.
Southland with the ball there, big carry there by Colt Hard. Looking to go out the back, nice offload. Out to the far reach, out to Hammond Ciolo. Just couldn't manage to hold on to that ball, but exciting play there from Southland. They have got some good hands out there out wide. Here we go, out the back. Nice little offload. Out to the winger, Hammond Ciolo.
Ezekiel Hammond Ciolo showing what he's about, and I'm sure that's not the last we'll see of him, because when he had the ball in that hand, in hand there, he looked dangerous, didn't he?
Yeah, break through that first tackle really well. Some of these boys, do you think we need to get their enrolment forms, Ethan?
Ai, nā te mea, he nui o rātou maihara nera.
Here he is here, the man we're just talking about. Oh, just unfortunate there.
Not able to reel that one in, but I tell you what, the pace of that kick, you don't see that often, you know, and combined with the pupuhi o te hau, the blowing of that strong wind, it just added to make it more difficult for their player to reel it in. Ezekiel there.
A little bit of an untidy line out there from Rotorua, but they managed to hold on to the ball. There's the danger man there, McGarvey. Just sets it up in the middle. Good footwork there.
Great decision to hold that ball. He looked to offload, but that's a clever man who holds it and recycles, go for a second go at it. And there's the man, the tani wha from Te Tai Tokerau in the Rotorua team.
Jake Hutchings. Good take there by the Southland first five. Jimmy Taylor.
Great strength shown to retain that ball. Both of the multiple players from Rotorua are trying to blow over and unable to do so.
McGarvey showing that he can defend as well as attack. Another carry, McHugh.
And when you have this wind factor involved, you won't see as much kicking, because every time you do kick it, often there's not a lot of gain in doing that. So they're keeping the ball, which I don't mind, and I quite like seeing a little bit more running rugby.
Yeah, I agree. Good turnover though by the Rotorua boys. Rakuraku Richards.
Here he is again.
Playing halfback. Cody Renata. Big strong run. First carry of the game. Oh, just a little slight knock on in there. Looks like this is going to be a close one, Ethan.
Ai, pono te kōrero e hua, ka kite anō I tēnei kawenga o te poro, Cody Renata. Engari I te wā, ka taka ia ki te papa, ka kite I kona te turi a Hutchings I te poro, nā reira, ka kite I te kaiwa wau, ka taka haka mua a tērā poro.
He might have come off his knee.
I think we all saw that, e hoa, but hey, luckily we're not the referee. And as we say, no matter where we sit in the stadium, we don't see what the ref sees, and the ref is the man with the whistle at the end of the day. So mihi ana ki ngā kaiwa wau katoa, e mahi ana I tā rātou mahi. And ko toro atu te ringa a te kaiwa wau I nai, nei nā te mea tūhapa ana rātou, e kao. Kāre te kairutu e whakawātea I te ketu.
Solid. Hunter Weaver. Oh, might have got bent back there. Corbin Kita didn't look good. He might have just got folded over his knee. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Like the look of this number 10, Jimmy Taylor for Southland. He doesn't mind running with the ball, and he runs with it with two hands. So be exciting to see how he goes.
Yeah, he's always looking calm when he gets the ball. He's never looking over-rushed, which is commendations to his forwards and giving him a solid structure to work from. But when he does receive it, yeah, he's looking good. And also, mihi nui ki ēnei kai tautoko i tēnei kaupapa, ko whakaata Māori tēnā, e whakātu ana e whakāhoa ana. Timata anō. E whakātu i ēnei whakāturanga kia koutou katoa, kia Baileys, kia Celtics, kia New Zealand Carbon Farming, kia Apollo Projects hoki mihi ana kia koutou katoa.
Yeah, I agree. Without the sponsors, we wouldn't be having this tournament, Ethan. So, huge shout out to our sponsors.
Mā taki anō i ngā mea papai, i roto i te kēmu i tēnei wā, en ko tērā te piro tuatahi a tērā tangata no Rotorua ko Hieke Magavi tērā. Kei reira tērā tangata no Southland, Jimmy Taylor me tērā rutu ki tōna hoa tākaro. Ko ai atu ko Ezekiel Hammond Siolo, unable to just get that pass away at the end.
Good turnover there by Rotorua, as you see. Just Southland boys didn't have enough people to that ruck. Here we go, here's that little knock on that we might have saw earlier on. Cody Renata and Jake Hutchings. Ref decided that was a knock on. Looks like Corbin Kita is coming off, which is unfortunate because he had a couple of really good carries earlier on in this game. So commiserations to you, young fella, and hope you are okay.
Ai pono tērā kōrero. Ko te mana ko kāre i roa, e noho māwiwi ana, e noho mamai ana. Nō reira ai, hikina te wairua e hoa. Ki te kēmu i nainei, ka whakaritea te nonoke, ka whāngaia a tērā tama no te tai pautini, no te wai paunamu, aroha mai. Rau e te kauinga a tērā tama a Finn Hurley i tērā wā. Kei reira hoki a te tama Jimmy Taylor, e maka atu ki ona hoa tākaro me te papai o te kauinga. Engari i tēnei wā ka hikina raukura i tērā tama. Ka hoatu te pōro ki a raukura i tēnei wā ki te whāngai atu ki tērā nonoke.
Yeah, excellent defence there by Rotorua, just holding up the attacking player from Southland. Here we go here. You'll see there the number 5, Hunter Weaver, manages to hold up the player. And if you don't know whānau at home, the rule is if you can't get to your knees and you're held up in the air like so, then it is a handover, it's a scrum to the defending team.
And we don't see that very often, but he just happened to run into two of the biggest fellas in the Rotorua team, and they made sure he knew about it when he couldn't get himself to the ground.
Here we go. Tutawhaiva kicks it down with the wind behind him. Huge kick. Gets them down close to the halfway.
I tēnei wā mihi atu ki ngā kaiwa wao, kei reira tētahi o ngā kaiwa wao tautoko ki te taha. Mihi ana ki a rātou, me o rātou papaira watu. Kua kite i tērā wā anō te kaha o te hau. Nā te ua o te whiu i te poro ki ona hoa.
Yep, there you go. That's that win playing games again. Ethan threw the ball in, didn't go straight. Oh, bit of a tricky one there from Rotorua. Hutchings carrying it up.
I love to see a good tap and go move. I absolutely love to see it. You know, there was a period of time in New Zealand rugby where you'd never see it, but it's making a comeback, e hoa. It's making a comeback, and I love to see it.
I remember the old wall. They used to put the wall up and the wall would split with a big runner coming through the middle. There he is, took Waitua Owen.
And he's well covered, but good support play by his Rotorua teammates to be able to get that ball recycled again. And there's Hutchings with the carry. And looking down this blind side, there wasn't much room there, but that young man, number 11 from Rotorua, Toko Tukotahi Richards, Luke Rakuraku Richards, aroha mai, managed to just weave it down the side and leave just enough pressure on it to put the pressure onto Southland boys.
Yeah, there was an excellent kick there down the sideline, and the wind must have stopped blowing when it got to the dead ball line, Ethan, because it just dead stopped, and Taylor had to put that ball down. Drop out from the try line. Here he is, the big captain, Te Ariki Rogers. Feeds it out to Waititi. Renata once again. Rakuraku Richards. Good continuity here. Cody Renata loves running with the ball. Hutchings. Luke Wasp. All the forwards are getting amongst it, Ethan. They all just wanted, they're hungry for the win.
Well, when you're that close to the line, hey, you're not wanting to run the risk of throwing a long ball in this wind out to your back. So, hey, it's hard to go wrong when you pick and go like that. And when you're making meters, even better. But he's deemed it to be a
forward pass, looks like.
Forward pass. I thought that sign meant he didn't mow the lawns there. Didn't mow the lawns in that space, but no, kei te he.
That's one of those things my koro used to say to me about my lawns.
And for those of you that don't know Waihopai, and that is where the Southland boys are from in Invercargill, Waihopai. So there's another kupu for you at te whānau. And Waihopai, ngā taitamatane o Waihopai find themselves on their own 5 metre line with the wind in their faces. What are they going to do here? They're going to run it out, of course they are. And there's that man we spoke about earlier, showing cool, calm and collected.
Jimmy Taylor looking to have a go.
And fair enough too. You got to have a go. Had he kicked that ball, if he was trying to clear it, you probably would have got to the same position. So, hei aha tēnā. He had a go. If that pass had come off, it might have been down the other end of the field because there was a little opening there.
Rotorua hot on attack now.
And their supporters hot in support of their teams.
There he is again, Rogers tips it off to McGarvey. Jimmy Taylor trying to get in over the ball, but Rogers takes him out. Out to Waititi. Weaver just making some inches.
It's a beautiful continuity of rugby there, e hoa. Holding on, retaining that ball, and there's not much you can do. You're not going to kick the ball away when you're this close to the line.
Yeah, they're just being really patient, Ethan. They're not wanting to, throw that ball out too wide, not throwing any 50-50 passes, just making those meters and inches, going forward.
Yep, just a little bit at a time. That's all you need to do as long as you're getting over that advantage line. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a look here to take it a little bit wider than ruck, because the boys from Waihopai are lining up thick and fast to chuck a hit on.
Here they go. Going to the edge. Owen. Dangerous man, this guy.
He is a dangerous man. You see him, he hit that wall.
Just unfortunate there. I think one of his support players might have kneed the ball out of the ruck there. So good defence there by the Southland boys.
Those knees in the ruck again. Yeah, well, those knees in the ruck. E rā turi. E rā pona.
Here it is here. We'll just have a look closely there. Tuku Aitua Owen having a go. Decides not to throw the 50-50. Oh, I'm not sure what that was. But all in all, good defence by Southland.
And again, Southland on their 5 metre line, trying to work their way out, but this time from a corner and not in the middle. So there's pretty much only one way he can go.
Yeah, they'll want to try and just carry this out.
Beautiful carry from their number 12 there from Waihopai Finn Hurley. The Southland boys' second 5, making good metres there.
Yeah, Ariki Rogers just coming from the side. Here he is again, Jimmy Taylor. Not afraid to have a go. Yes, interesting.
Decision to go from that far.
Will carry Salesa.
But that is having confidence in your team and what they are capable of doing. And that's what that number 9 did.
Taylor going wide now. Big strong carry there by Caleb Harvey, the centre.
Cohen Rarere doing a good job at halfback to feed his teammates.
Might be a turnover by Rotorua. Yeah, it is.
Riru atu te poro kia Rotorua I tēnei wā. Me ena maka papai rau atu. Kei reira tētahi wāwāhi kei Wainganui I te rārangi ārai a Waihopai. O rawe te kawe tonu a tērā tama no Rotorua.
Richards Defoe decides to take it in. Rotorua meters out. Southland want to defend their line as hard as they can here. Here they go, overlap, great pass there out to the wing. Luke Rakuraku Richards goes over the line. Another try to Rotorua. Great continuity, great ball handling, great decision making.
Absolutely, ka mātaki anō I tēnei nekehanga. Rawe e rā maka, kāre kore, he māma noiho kari kite I tētahi piro māma noiho pērā ngā anō. A tērā tama a Rakuraku Richards. Miharo te hopu kina I tērā poro e ruka. Engari I naenei, he tino tawhiti tēnei whana mai te pai taha. Te tamarā no Rotorua ko tūkotahi Richards te whau tēnā. Me te kaha o te hau e kōrero tiana mātou ngā wā e maha. Karau te mohio, is there a stop clock on the kicker in this grade?
Wow, yeah, I don't think there is. But to be honest, I'm not sure. What a kick!
Hey,
He used the wind to advantage.
He got his wind meter out and he got that exactly to the tee. Miharo e tama. Richard Stefau.
Here it is here. Hunter Weaver. Nice hands here, draw pass. Excellent try there, out on the wing. Rakuraku Richards. I think the difference here, Ethan, is there's no 50-50s from Rotorua. Southland are willing to throw a 50-50 pass. And that kick there will not help them.
And like every game that we have had here today, it's how many points do you need to be ahead when you've got the wind at your back.
Yeah.
In the last men's game, Westlake went up 10 points at the halftime, and then they ended up going down by 5 points at the end. So I'm going to say it, you need to have at least 2 tries and some to be able to give yourself a bit of a buffer.
Yeah, I'd say it's a good 15 to 20 point wind. Rotorua will want to try and score once more, I'd say. Because I can see Southland wanting to use that wind in the second half. Looks like we've got a bit of a nosebleed here. So the ref's stopping the game.
Kua puta mai te toto, mai te ihu o tērā tāne a te namatahi, Presley McHugh tērā.
Is that replay again?
What I liked here was the straightening of the players as they came into the contact. They caught the ball and they straightened up. That's a look back at that little hupper that happened previously, and the same thing didn't happen again the second time. And when
Good eyes up there by Hutchings.
Hutchings saw that big gap up the middle, he couldn't believe himself. He thought his Christmas had come early, straight through the middle, making some easy yards as a lock. No, sorry, he's a loose forward, isn't he?
Yes.
He's a loose forward. You don't get those easy meters too often.
Pep Chisholm. Rogers off the back once again. Makes a good 10 metres. Chisholm to Cody Renata. Nice back flick. Tukuaitua Owen. They've got a good structure here, the Rotorua boys. Just playing nice and patiently. Nothing too silly. McGarvey might be isolated there. Good turnover there. Josh Cairns knocks it on though.
Ai taka whakamua tērā pōro, mai ngā ringa o te tama o Waihopai. Ka pēhi tonu ana a te kura o Raukura ki a ngā tama o Waihopai. Whakatata atu rātou ki te pai piro o Waihopai nei. Each time they're finding the mark on those passes, but then we have a bit of brilliant defence, able to, like a lemon, just squeeze that ball out and give them the opportunity to get out of their danger zone.
Yeah, good defence by the Southland boys. Looking to kick it out this time. Kept it low.
And after getting a word from our statistician, Dad, I think that was about 75 phases.
Excellent footwork there by Tutawhaiva. Just a knock on there by the Rotorua boys. Might have taken his eye off the ball there. Mind you, the defence from Southland was up quite quickly then, and that's what they want to do, especially with that wind behind Rotorua. They want to get up in their face and cause them to make the mistakes.
And this is where we see that capacity within the team to maintain that line speed. If you don't have the same players coming off your bench, that depth in your squad, and you can't keep that consistent defensive pressure. So hopefully, as they go along and they continue, Southland can continue that pressure and getting up quickly to put the pressure on to Rotorua when they've got the ball in hand.
Looks like they're going down the left-hand side. Taylor, nice long pass there out to his winger, Hammond Siolo. Changes the ball, it changes hands, great play there. Offloads to Luka Okomurarere. Taylor again. Still going, Taylor.
There's the man we spoke about earlier. I think he just beat about 75 men. Nice.
Pick and go there by Mason Coulthard. Good defence on the line by Rotorua though. Here he is again, Taylor. Big defence there though.
A big shoulder from Solomone Mailulu.
Going to the edge, great try there by the number 13, Caleb Harvey. Excellent play there by Southland. Jimmy Taylor is just leading the boys from the front. Gets it out wide to their dangerous winger, Ezekiel Hammond-Siolo, to make the yards, and then they score on the other side. Here he is here, Jimmy Taylor.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's beaten the ball, but at the end of the day, the number 13 there with a beautiful finish, Caleb Harvey, mihi atu ki a koe e hoa. And there's that man again, Taylor. He's calling out for one of his mates to come along and hold the ball for him, because that win, it just ain't quitting.
Might be someone to look out for down the Highlanders way, this young Jimmy Taylor.
Now, to be able to get a kick from there, you've got to be able to put it far to the right-hand post and to curl it back around, which is a difficult task indeed. And we look back here at the replay, and to be honest with you, the start of that was because of a beautiful pass that put it to that man on the wing, Ezekiel Hammond-Siolo, at speed to be able to get themselves and rip open that defensive line from Rotorua. And they're going to have to turn something around now, because that 14-point lead that they wanted to go into the half with has now been shot down to 9-point lead.
Here he goes, the try scorer, Harvey. He's a big boy. Big carry, Salesa. Taylor, another long pass. He's not afraid to throw the long ones in with this wind as well.
And that comes down to the power of the pass. If you've got plenty of strength in your pass, you can do those long balls and they still hit their mark. But if there's not enough kaha in it, what ends up happening? Ko Te Ariki Rogers tērā. Mauana I tērā pauro I roto I te ketuketu rā. And ka tai ki a rātou te hāmene. Nō reira, I taku nei whakaro ka whana te poro ki te kokona o te whira pēr.
Yeah, that's a good option, but maybe go for the corner.
Ai, koe rā tō rā te whakaro.
Probably not where he thought that ball, or where he wanted it to go, to be fair.
I think it was the wind again.
Well, yeah. Blame the wind all day.
Yep, no, you didn't pick the ball up, you knocked it on, wind. It was the wind.
Just goes over the hand of Rogers. Southland lead off the hook here. Simpson-Stevenson. Colthart, he's had a good game, this Colthart. Doesn't mind carrying the ball into the contact. Josh Kearns. Presley McHugh. Taylor. Just holding the ball up like it's sevens.
The pod there set up with number 8 there, Luka Salesa. 7 there that time with the carry, Josh Kearns.
I think they've been a lot more careful with the ball, the Southland. They're not trying to do those 50-50 tip-offs. That's all they need, just especially in this wind.
And I think if they go into the break with only that much of a lead, I think they'd probably be happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah, so Rotorua want to try and get this ball back as quick as they can and try and score on this side of the half-time.
Beautiful hold.
Yeah, good pass there. Oh, just unlucky there. Good read by the earlier try scorer, Rakuraku Richards. Just unlucky. But on the other side, if it got past him, the other winger was away.
That's right. It's the risk that you take. That's the bet that you have to place. Always bet on yourself there, and their young fella Rakuraku did just that. And unfortunately, it's only a scrum, kei te pai. Had he left it, it could have been a try.
3 minutes to go in the half. Southland will want to score. But more importantly, I think the Rotorua boys would want to score with the 15-point win they've got behind them.
And for those just joining us, the other team that has gone through to the final to be played here on Sunday. Hang on a second. Look at this run there. His 12's gone to the other 12 from Rotorua, and the chip's gone down. There's nobody at home, and what do they call that? Is it a 50-22?
50-22, which means, Whānau, that he's kicked the ball from inside his own 50 and managed to get it out in their 22, which will mean it will be Rotorua throw-in. 2 minutes to go, right when they need it.
I absolutely love that rule change because it just flips it on its head. If you have to come out for a moment where you just have one kick of brilliance, which is bam, that's what happened there. No one was at home because everyone was on attack. And here we have Rotorua now on the attack to come in to the try line of Ngā Taitamatane o Waihopai.
Excellent line-out drive here by the Rotorua boys. Southland trying to come through the middle, close to the line here.
And ka toro atu te ringa te kaiwa wao.
High penalty advantage.
Look at that ball flipping around there.
Oh, goose step. Oh, so close.
Oh, some great counter-rucking shown there. But I do believe he's probably... Is he still playing advantage? Yes, he is. All the way back on the other side of the field. And that's Hutchings with the ball. He's trying to keep up with the ref. The ref's the fastest man on the field at the moment. Koia te tangata tere rau atu. He's got the All Black fern on his shorts.
You'd have to be quite fit to be a referee, though, to be fair.
Ai, pono te kōrero. Hey, if you don't quite get to the breakdown, you get the wrong call. Oh, where were you? 20 metres back. No, we don't want those refs over here. But we always need a referee because it's such an unthankful task and no one ever really gives enough thanks to the referee. So thank you very much to those ones that do put their hands up. Mihi ana kia rātou.
Yeah, really appreciate the referees. Toughest job in the world, I think, especially in New Zealand.
Yeah, I still play in the President's Grade, and yep, that ref that grade, oh my gosh. But here we go.
Another line-out drive.
There they are. Kua tai ki te rārangi piro. And ko ai tērā, tūwana me te poro. Ko tērā tama o Rotorua. Mi haro te kauenga i tērā poro. Te nama whā tērā, ko ai atu, ko Luke Wasp.
Yeah, what a try there by Rotorua boys. Te Ariki Rogers can do everything. He can run, he can tackle, he's the line-out jumper. Comes down, feeds it off.
What can't he do, e hoa mā? What can't he do? Captain Fantastic.
Yeah, they'll be happy with that, especially this side of the halfway with that wind behind him. 15-point wind.
Now he's going to perhaps kick it to the left a little and hopefully the wind picks it up and brings it through. But let's wait and see. He's got the puha.
Oh, he's got it.
And he's got it positive. Puha positive. That's what we've got today from the young man from Rotorua. And some great defensive work shown there by number 15 from Waihopai. That was Jack Brock to be able to shut down their first play. But with persistent pressure by the Rotorua Tāne, they get themselves over that line. And that e te whānau brings us to te mutunga o tēnei hawhe nō reira. Rua te kaumātahi ki te rima, 21-5, Rotorua boys up at the moment at the end of this first half.
Yeah, whānau, great half. We'll be back with the second half in a minute.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
The forest should never have been taken off this steep hill country that's eroding, and it makes absolute sense to afforest those hills. What we're doing here is using the exotics to help that process get established. We're looking at a managed transition process where those pines are progressively thinned as the native understory establishes. We're trying to do several things here. Soak up carbon, establish native forest, and we're trying to improve biodiversity. You're achieving an awful lot with one program of activity.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in this. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
Get the MāORI Plus app. Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Quite like top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make MāORI Plus your mate and stream now.
Nau mai anō e te whānau ki tēnei pakanga nui kei wainga nui I ngā taitamatane o Waihopai me ngā taitamatane o Rotorua ko Raukura tēnā kei rarui ngā pai maunga o tēnei rohe o te papaioia me ngā awa e tere tere ana mihi atu ki a rātou. Ka titirawa te tātou atu tātou ki ngā papai, ngā mea papai o te hawhe tuatahi.
Some first half highlights, whānau. Here we go, it's Jimmy Taylor gets it out wide to their dangerous winger, Hammond Siolo, who had an excellent first half. Raukura got it out wide, great try there to their winger, Rakuraku Richards, had a good first half, and there you can see the wind swirling. The great conversion there. Someone to watch out for in the second half, that young Jimmy Taylor, number 10.
I tell you what, that was the best kick of the game so far, the one that swung around and came back again. So they'll be looking to repeat that kick if they get the chance. Our young men here from Waihopai, from Southland boys. And they're just waiting until the refs are ready to go. They're having a look. Having a bit of a corridor down on the sideline here.
What do you think the Southland boys need to do in the second half?
Well, they just keep playing like they did in the first half, because now they've got the wind behind them, that 15-point wind. It's at their backs this time, and also as they come into the afternoon, the sun is now beaming into the faces, and you can see the Raukura player with his hand up trying to cover the wind, trying to cover the sun from his eyes.
Here they go, Raukura want to keep the ball in hand, I'd say, especially with this wind here.
It was an interesting first up manoeuvre. There was 2 passes before it went to Te Ariki Rogers, and they're going to want to get up that other end of the field really quickly so that any mistakes that are made don't give an opportunity to Southland to be able to strike back quickly. And with some deft timing on that crash over, they put a bit of pressure on that halfback, and they've actually got a 16-point lead, so that might just be enough with 15-point wind to be able to hold out. And that's what Rotorua and their fans that have all travelled down are going to be hoping this afternoon.
Rotorua just struggling to get make momentum, but they decide to kick it down.
And there's that man, Taylor, waiting in the wings to be able to return it.
Hence the scrum for Rotorua. So this wind is going to play havoc in the second half, and whoever uses it wisely or plays to the conditions should come out on top.
Ai pono te kōrero ai hoa. Nō reira I nai ne ka whakaritea ngā tīma I tēnei nonoke. I te nuinga o te wā, ka kite I te kaha o ngā taitamatane o Rotorua I tēnei wāhi o te kēmu. Nō reira, ākua nei ka kite anō. Kua tai mai ētahi tāngata hau ki roto I te kapa o Waihopai. Nā wai, ka kite I ngā hua. Pea. Oh.
Looks like there was no pushing in the scrum.
Yeah. Nā tētahi o ngā tāngata o Waihopai e māwiwi ana pea.
Well, Rotorua decide to put it downfield again.
Nice little bit of footwork shown by that number 15, Jack Brock. To find some open ground and make a couple of yards, but that's a good push through by the number 8, big Luka Salesa.
Good pressure there by Ariki Rogers. Just a slight knock on there. You'll see that Ariki Rogers was right up in his face, and when he knocked the ball on, it gave him a bit of a pat on the back of the head to say sorry. There it goes there.
And I think that is exactly what Southland did in the first half. They were getting up quick in the defensive line. They were putting pressure on the Rotorua boys, and the Rotorua boys have taken a page out of their book and they've brought it back and done the same thing to Southland. So they're going to be wanting to bring it back with a little bit of interest this time. And there we have a little bit of an attacking kick through, but perhaps a little bit too far for that player to be able to contest with it. But they're in the right end of the field, Rotorua, to be able to put pressure on this Southland boys side. With the wind at his back now.
Just unlucky there for the winger, the Rotorua winger. Oh no, the Rotorua halfback, Pep Chisholm, just knocked that on. Mind you, doesn't look like it was going very fast, but the wind would have been behind that ball. Look at it, and just, yeah, just bounced out of his arms. There's the old story, when you catch the ball, you've got to catch and turn so that it's going to go backwards, not forwards.
And so, ngā taitamatane o Waihopai, whakarite ana I tēnei prene, tēnei rautaki, ki te kawe atu te pōro ki te rārangi piro o Rotorua. Tērā tāngata anō a te kaumā toru, Caleb Harvey tērā. Te tāngata e piro ana I te wāhanga tuatahi.
There we go, getting it out wide to Elliot Wilson. McHugh.
There's a beautiful angle to see that pass by the halfback, because as he threw it, you just saw the gust of wind and the movement of their ball.
Oh, unlucky there for Rotorua to get it out wide. Intercepted though by Southland.
Positioning of that player to be able to get himself in amongst that and cause that turnover. Tērā rirohanga.
Another carry there, Salesa. The try scorer, Harvey. He's had a few carries early on in the second half. Ariki Rogers trying to blow through there.
And they're just going to have to put their heads down and do the hard mahi now, Southland boys, because they're right near that try line.
Looks like the tackler didn't roll away, and the ref's got advantage for the Southland boys.
And so this is the moment where you just chuck the dice, just throw the dice.
Yeah, look
for a little bit of a grubber through or something like that.
Yeah, that's the one, or a kick for the old kick pass to the corner. There we go here.
And he's going to take them. I wouldn't be surprised if at that location They take the 3. It's only early in the second half, and they've got the window, and that would turn it not into a 16-point lead, but it'd scrape it back to a 13-point lead. So, what are they going to do?
They're going for a scrum. Not sure if this is really the best thing to do because, actually, no. We have seen in the second half, there's no pushing in the scrums, golden oldie scrums.
Yep.
That could be due to not enough props on the sideline or front rowers. So this will change the game. If you get a scrum, you win the ball automatically. Just took his eyes off the ball there, the young man from Southland. Let's Rotorua off the hook. Rotorua will be happy with that. Whether or not they Rogers will pick this up from the back of the scrum, or they'll kick it down.
I'm going to put a bet on he's going to go blindside.
The number 8 or the halfback?
Question mark, which was the blind side, because he's right in the middle of the field. They're both blind sides, or they're both open sides.
There he is again. Hammonds.
Good to see the ball in his hand.
Siolo.
He hasn't seen it much today.
2 knock-ons there from Southland. Rotorua will be stoked. So with the no pushing in the scrums, is the number 8 allowed to pick the ball up from the back? I think they are. Looks like they've got another prop on, so they might go back to pushing. No. Strange. Maybe that's what the ref was talking about at half-time, eh?
I think so.
Owen.
Open space out there for Rakuraku. Richards.
Not sure if they want to start kicking that ball away. They might want to keep it in hand. Especially if they've, made a few metres down that far edge.
Kia atu a te kaiwawao ki ngā tama o Rotorua. Whakawehewehe I te rārangi. Kei a te namarua Bronson Vanderheyden.
Luke Wasp. Turnover there by Southland, and the referee says it's good, so play on. He's got his hands in the air. Back to Rotorua. Not sure if it's soccer or rugby in there. Another grubber down there. Horrible bounce. Still get some good yardage from their kick. Rotorua run it back. Owen.
Some fantastic positioning there by the number 9, Pep Chisholm, to put himself in a position to hold on to that and take that ball early. And there's a beautiful run there by number 5, Hunter Weaver, and he's weaving his way through the traffic. Almost.
Refs playing Ref was playing advantage there. I like it when the refs play advantage, because it was a clear knock on. If this was an international game, would he have gone to the bin? Here we go. Let's watch it. Good break, like you say, from Weaver. But you watch this. Is he going for the ball? Yeah, he was going for the ball, but sometimes, they end up getting a yellow card, but you don't see it much in first 15 rugby.
There's a beautiful hit put in there by that Southland boys player. Another strong carry there by Ariki Rogers, and it manages to get the arm free and put it back, and they've secured the ball there. Rotorua have. Chisholm with the ball out to that earlier try scorer, and there's a man from Southland over the ball, unable to capture it though. Chisholm again sees a little bit of a gap up the middle, and he says, I'll have some of that with a happy meal, and off he goes. But maybe a little bit too much confidence in throwing the ball too often, and so Southland have come away with the ball this time. And look out, they'll be dropping their players right back. Rotorua, and you can see them all the way back there. If we can get the wide shot to see, they set themselves up back there to receive that ball, and it depends how long that kick's going to go, but that's a great take. And is he going to run it back? Yes, he is indeed.
Out wide
support around him as well.
2 to 5, they'll take it in. Chisholm. Nice tip off there to Mailulu. Stays on his feet. Good support there by Ariki Rogers just to take that defensive player out of play. Down the edge here. Inside to McGarvey. Looks to go for 2. Excellent play there by Rotorua. The Rotorua boys just held the ball. Good continuity. Managed to find some space on the edge, and good support play by McGarvey.
You know what I like to see the most there? After he scored the try, he just got up and ran back. None of this big, massive celebration. This is how it was back in the day. As a young player, the All Blacks just got up like that and ran back.
Yeah.
These days, they get up, there's a whole hoo-ha and what's going on. They get up, run back, carry on with the game.
Yeah.
Love it. Good on you, boy.
Yeah, excellent try there by Rotorua. I like the look of the 2 locks for Rotorua. Luke Wasp and Hunter Weaver. Having strong games, both those boys, especially with the ball in hand.
It's like the wind wants to be part of this game. Every chance it gets, it just inserts itself. You know, just as he had the ball there ready to kick it, pupu ana te hau anō. And so there is that lead extended out again for Rotorua. Some well played hands and a great finish, even though the defensive line trying to come across with Taylor. Gets back up and off he goes, and there's Taylor Green with the kickoff, putting it down, trying to find a bit of grass. The man says, I'm going to have a run at it this time, and off he goes.
Chisholm going back down the blind here to Vake, who had a hand in that last pass. Good carry. Chisholm decides to go for the box kick. Perfect kick. Southland didn't want that to bounce. Centre follows through. YTT gets the ball back for his boys.
That's
Hutchings. Good depth here. Owen.
The Rotorua boys really deep on that attack, and that's a beautiful run there. He's got a man on his inside, unable to link up with him, but he takes it to ground. Knees are on the ground. They have to release the tackler, and they set themselves up again. Nice pass there by the lock, the loose forward, number 7. Able to rein that in, and the ball will go taka hakamua ana te rāporo, nō reira. Ka whakarite ana te nonoki I runga I te rārangi 22 nā taita matane o Waihopai.
Exciting play there by the Rotorua boys. Took away to Owen. You can't give him any space. Look at him. Slips off one. Breaks through the middle. Doesn't want to do a 50-50 and takes it in. Huge tackle coming in there from Rotorua. Southland going forward. Looking to go out to this edge here. Good run by Harvey, the try scorer. Jack Mackay takes it forward. Taylor says we've had enough, let's go down that end. Good placement though by Raku Richards. Puts it on the left foot.
That is not a bad return kick there.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Especially against that 15-point wind.
When it comes comes to placement of those kicks. He did a good job in the first instance, the man from, and there we saw it again, jumping itself into the game again. And Southland are going to make best use of that mistake there by Rotorua, and going to try and bring it back and level up these scores a little. We've got a new man on the field. We can tell that because his shorts are still glaring white. And so it should be a fresh pair of legs injecting itself into this game. We haven't seen much action from that number 14 because he probably hasn't got past the ball. Charlie burned too much, so he's trying to bring himself into the game a little bit more. And who's come up with the ball? That's one of the Rotorua men.
Looks like it was Cody Renata once again. Tavaki goes out the back. Raku Richards down the edge again. Nice grubber. Excellent play. Isn't he cool, calm and collected, this young Raku Richards?
That was probably top speed running, and he looks like he was out for a Sunday stroll. And then he put it down and put the pressure back onto them. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if these sponsors are loving the game as much as us. Whakaata Māori, Bailey's, Caltex, New Zealand Carbon Farming and Polo projects. They're probably pretty happy that they supported this kaupapa so we could bring it to all of Aotearoa as we are today. So mihi ana kia rātou.
Yeah, I think they're doing a great job in supporting this kaupapa because, you know, all these games today have been really, really great to watch and great encounters. And there we go, Rotorua again, another driving line out. Go over the white line to take the score out to 31 points to 5.
And that's the work, boys. Get up and run back. No muck around with the ball. And here it comes, the turnover from that man you said yourself, number 3, Cody Renata, putting his head down and his hand up to do the mahi, and then the boys on the back line swinging that ball into action, and this little deft touch at the back forcing Taylor to take the ball, and then without a doubt this beautiful maul kawe atu te poro ki te rārangi piro.
Looks like that was Maialulu, but the Rotorua boys are putting on a display in this second half, aren't they? Just showing how they can control the ball in this wind. I think with that kick, he needs to probably go up another 10 metres just to try and just punch it over rather than try and kick it over. I like this Tavaki, number 16, that's come on. He's been involved in the last 3 tries with a slight touch of hand, looks like, and I think he might be one of the forwards too, so keep an eye on him.
And that is what you want from your new additions to the game, from your substitutions, is bringing that new, fresh energy to just turn something out of nothing. Beautiful carry again by Rotorua. And even though we're nearly 2/3 of the way, 3/4 of the way through this game now, there's still some skip in the step of number 10 to Kotahi Richards te Whau.
Yeah, he's controlled the game really well at 10. Just guiding his boys around the field. Ariki Rogers leading by example as their captain.
Now to turn this game around, Southland boys need to do what?
Well, to be fair, they're a few points behind. They're 15 minutes to go. They need to throw the ball around and just do something out of it that, you know, you wouldn't really do in a normal game. Just to try and break up the Rotorua defence. But they put on a class act in the second half. Here they go again. Out the back, nice hands. Raku Richards, that left foot goes out on the full though this time.
And we talked about it in the first half about their defensive pressure getting up, and when you have depth within your team, you can consistently keep putting that pressure on them. You don't lose the stamina because you've got the depth in your bench, and so let's hope we can see that this time. That's an interesting technique that I haven't seen before.
The old passer.
But then going straight to ground like that.
Big Gary Hunter-Weaver again. We spoke about him earlier. To his mate Wasp. To the captain Rogers. Tukuaitua Owen again. Very slippery player.
I saw a moment there where they saw the halfback and no protection around him and the big forwards. He's questioning himself, should I just smash him or not? No, I better not, otherwise I'll probably get pinged. Anyway, here we go. Taylor with an opportunity here. What are they going to do? He's going to try and run it back from his own 22. And this man, he beat about 15 people in the one run, but he's unable to get away from that tackler from Rotorua. And at this late stage in the game, I don't know if they're going to want to kick it down to the other end, but it may be a better option to put the pressure onto Rotorua down their end of the field. But
looks like, they've taken the quick tap. Tavaki, spoke about him earlier. Exciting little player. Come off the bench and he's doing his job as an impact player.
Absolutely. Bomb squad, is it? Bomb squad?
Bomb squad.
One-man bomb squad. Love it.
Looks like Rokuru's got an advantage here. The tackler wasn't rolling away.
And they've seen some space out this on the right-hand side. Little skippity-doo-dah and inside to the number 15. Looking for another try. Toko Aitua Owen and Booyakasha.
Yeah, very good try by Toko Aitua Owen. Showed his commitment there. Good carry by Tuata Faiva. Gives it into Owen and just committed to the line, reaches out.
That was
great try.
Interesting passage of play. We thought he was on the ground. He thought he was on the ground. Everyone let go of him and he went, oh, there's the try line. We'll just pop the ball over there. So young guns that are watching today probably get somebody in front of them to stop that from happening on the next occasion. But the corridor that we spoke about before, Southland coming out and chucking the ball around a little bit and having to do that, there's two ways that can do. You can chuck the ball around, and if it doesn't come off, the other team ends up getting a try. So they can't stop there. They've got to keep throwing the ball.
Yeah, there he goes again. Richard Stefo just didn't make the post on that kick, so he just needs to move up a little bit closer. But here we go. Like you say, the tacklers let go of him. Oh, sweet, I'm over.
Oh, and that's a great kick, and they've got the ball back, Southland, so they're straight into attack on the 22 of Rotorua. Some solid defense halting that run by the Southland player. Te nama whetu tērā kawi e te pōroko, Josh Cairns. And if they're going to score, they need to score quickly. So what are they going to pull out of the hat to be able to try and do that at this time? Once again, taking it forward. One little bit at a time, but they need a little bit more than a little bit at a time. They need a lot at a time.
I think they need to get the ball into Taylor's hand a little bit more, just so he can sort of jink and jive with that defence and put someone in a hole. Because the Rotorua defence is relentless. There we go there. Te Ariki Rogers nearly over the ball.
Get the ball to their winger, who's been having some barnstorming runs as well. There he is. We haven't seen him much in this half, and perhaps injecting his energy into the game might pay dividends for them. There's that man Taylor we spoke about.
Yeah, there he goes. Over the line, is he?
And there he is.
Yeah. Just like we were saying, mate. Hey, the coach must have heard us and fed that out there.
I think the comms went through to the team. They read the signs and got the ball straight to Taylor, and there we go. He knows he needs to do it quickly, so he's getting straight into it. No putting the ball on the tee. We can only get this 5 points at a time. This wind is too crazy. Let's go to it. And beautiful run with the fend off. And the number 22 on for Rotorua Raukura, that's Tiaki Hunia out there on the left wing, I do believe.
Yeah, it was a good run there by Taylor. Just got on the outside of Richards Defoe and then just went through that little gap and scored in the corner. Deserves that try, though, to be fair. He's had a good game, Jimmy Taylor.
And by my math calculations, that's 26 points that need to come back. That is quite a few tries, but you don't give up, and that's what we want to see as supporters and as watchers, that they don't put their heads down and they continue to fight right to the end. Me mate ururoa, kei mate heke.
Yeah, the winner of this game will go through to the finals on Sunday, and they will be playing Fielding.
Fielding, yes, Fielding had the late try to be able to take the win over Westlake Boys. And at this stage of the game, it looks like it could well be Rotorua versus Fielding. But as they say, kaua e... What's the saying? Fat lady? Something along those lines.
It ain't over till the fat lady.
Till the boil up's on? I don't know. Something like that.
McGarvey. Good hands there from Raku Richards. May have gone forward, though.
Ai, e makahaka mua tēnā. And here we have the sun blaring out and bringing a little bit of sunshine to the end of this game.
Also, we do have the New Zealand Secondary School Girls Final on Sunday. So that's going to be an interesting match as well between Hamilton Girls and Manukura.
And that is a beautiful kick and regather by the player from Southland there. I think it was number 22, was it? Will Garrick?
Looks like the Southland boys have all come, put all their players from the bench on.
And why not? Give them all an opportunity.
That's right.
Give them all an opportunity.
Big defence there by Renata and Tavake.
He certainly played that impact role, Tavake, because we've heard his name multiple times. And he really wanted to chuck that ball in quick, but
the energy of the Rotorua boys was just in his way. The energy from Rotorua in the second half, Ethan, has just been...
it's been the deciding factor.
Yeah, the difference, yeah.
And still running it back with purpose. Engari, I te wā e rutu ana tērā tama no Waihopai, ka taka te pōro ki mua. O reira, kei a ngā taitamatāne o Waihopai te pōro i tēnei wā. I pai te rongo i ngā kai tautoko o Raukura, e patu ana i o rātou pahu.
Yeah, I heard they've brought 2 buses down, and then on Sunday they've got another couple coming down. These guys that came today will head back, and then they've got another couple of buses coming on Sunday for the...
Oh, look at that beautiful footwork by that number 15, Toko Aitu Owen. And they are rolling the dice now because they know that they need to do something to make a change in this battle at the moment.
Yeah, she's a big ask to come back. 26 points in 5 minutes for the Southland boys. Raukura have just shown what they have come to the party with for this weekend, for this top 4. They've had a great season, and to be fair, their last few games, the second half, they have been the difference. Not sure if you've heard, but they did play Hamilton boys in the semi-final of the Chiefs region, and they were down 33-5, and they ended up winning 34-33.
Wow.
To go into the Chiefs final.
What a show of heart that is, to be able to pull yourself out of the the depths of despair, 5-33, and to come back and get the dub. Well, mihi ana ki a rātou, and that shows the capacity within these players from Rotorua to dig deep when adversity is upon them.
Looks like one of the props there, Cody Renata, is going off with an injury to his shoulder. Hopefully it's not too bad, because they will want him on Sunday. He's been an inspiration in the last few games and today's game for Rotorua boys.
Ka tai atu a te nama ono ko Solomone Mailulu a ki runga I te huira. Tautoko atu I tōna tima.
And then last week they were down against Wesley and then they came back. So it's the fitness of this Rotorua team, I think, that has got a lot to do with their second half play. So huge accolades must go out to their coaches.
And there's Mailulu, who just came on, almost being able to affect a rirohanga, a turnover for his team. And unfortunately, nothing seems to be falling into place for ngā taitamatane o Waihopai. Engari, once again, never giving up and pushing right to the bitter end is what the parents and the supporters would want from their boys from Southland.
Yeah, their whānau at home can be proud of these boys. You know, they're a long way from home, from Southland. Here he is, Owen, nice offload there to Hunia. Oh, just unlucky, just pushed out on the edge there.
Tommy Macbeth there with almost getting it into his teammate on the inside. So it's good to see these other players, Tiaki Hunia, out there having a bit of a go, because when it comes to the finals, you never know, it might be an injury or something where you need to bring on those players and you want them to have a bit of experience.
What do you think of that Tukuaitua, Owen? He reminds me of Kalen Punga.
Oh, absolutely, yes. His footwork has been astonishing, you know, making gaps where there are no gaps. So yeah, it'll be great to follow his career as he develops further. And once again, Taylor, he's going to have a run from his own line. There's no way he's giving up.
Unlucky there, Jimmy Taylor. Good on him, though, for having a go, mate, running it out of his line.
Yep, and you could see that determination when he ran straight into the other player. He thought, no, I'm not going out without a fight.
Yep, there he goes. He's quite strong too there.
And
this
just
was
that
the ball, yeah.
hand by that replacement, number 18, Mamaya Christensen. Good on you, boy, getting your hand in the right place at the right time.
Great hands by McGarvey. He's an inspiration and the go for it in the back line for this Rotorua team, young Tieki McGarvey, sorry, Hieke.
Great carry there by Mason Barry in that instance. There he is once again trying to get over the ball.
There they go, running it from behind the own line.
Yep, they're not going to want to give their ball back to Rotorua to give them the opportunity to score. So they'll hold on to it, no doubt. Alas, it is a hard ask to be able to pull it out from there, but here we go, we've found a little bit of grass. Inside ball perhaps. There's that winger who hasn't touched it much in the second half.
Ref says that there was no release in the tackle, so when you tackle somebody, whānau, and they go to ground, you have to release them straight away. Southland not going to give up. Big carry, but a big hit there by Van der Hayden. Cold Hearts tried hard this whole game.
Still going at it. The Southland boys, as we hope. And is there a little opening at the back if the bounce of the ball goes their way? No, it doesn't. But the referee has said the Rotorua boys got too hapa on ngā rātou. They're offside. So they'll come back and have another opportunity here. Perhaps he heard the call for advantage, did Taylor, and that's why he put that chip over with 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Oh, here we go. Tiaki Huni on the outside. He's going to score just to finish it off for them. Excellent play there by Rotorua. They saw that there was a knock on, but they didn't stop played on, and the ref played advantage. Hence they get the 5 points at the end of this game. Here it is here. Good heads up play by McGarvey, gives it out to Tiaki Hunia, who fends off his man and scores. And that looks like after this kick, it might be game over. So what an excellent game here by Rotorua boys. Hard fought first half, but in the second half showed all their commitment, all their fitness, all their tenacity, and will be hard to beat in the final on Sunday.
Absolutely. And as we put this final kick through, how's it looking? It look good from here, but obviously not from there. But Rotorua, Raukura are pretty happy with themselves and their efforts today, and they should be too, because they've pulled out an awesome performance. Rotorua Boys High School 41, whātekau mātahi kia Southland Boys High School, ngā taitamatane o Waihopai. Me te tekau, nui ngā kawenga o te poro, nui ngā rutu hoki, engari te mutunga o te rā, ko te toa o tēnei rangi, ko te kēmu futu poro. Nō reira e hoa mā, mihi ana ki a koe e hoa, ngā tō kaha ki te kōrero, i roto i tēnei kēmu, ko te reo hakamutunga kai a koe e hoa.
Kia ora, Ethan. Yes, excellent display of rugby from Rotorua. You'll see in these highlights how awesome they were, and I'm really looking forward to their final on Sunday versus Fielding. We also have in the girls' final Manukura versus Hamilton girls, and we're really looking forward to you jumping back online or watching Whakaata Māori for these exciting games on Sunday.